Welcome back, guys. My day at the beach the other day kind of turned out pretty good, so I think I am going to spend the day on the beach again today. Today I'm actually wearing the Seamaster Professional and carrying the Quiet Carry Waypoint because it's the perfect knife to have on the beach in the salt and whatnot. I actually did carry that in my swimsuit the other day out in the water, and it did perfectly fine. So anyway, I lined up another great guest reviewer today, my very good friend, A Theraputic Edge. And he's going to talk about a really cool Chris Reeve fixed blade. That's right, Chris Reeve made a bunch of fixed blades also. So thank you very much, A Therapeutic Edge, for joining my guest review special and helping give me a little bit of a break. So without further ado, I'm going to pass you off to A Therapeutic Edge. Links to his videos or his channel will be down below, so please go check him out. And thank you very much for helping me out, Pete. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Have a great day, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow.
Well, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Not A Therapeutic Edge. This is, in fact, Dirk Warning's channel. He's asked me to step in while he is away luxuriating on vacation. I am wildly jealous, of course. But Dirk is a good friend of mine, and he's a really nice guy, and he asked me to make a couple of videos just to throw some stuff up on his channel. We will not spend the entire time bemoaning the fact that he is on a beach somewhere and we are not, although you may be. I certainly am not. Instead, we're going to take a look at one of my favorite fixed blades. This is the Chris Reeve Nyala. Now, a lot of people are not in a position to carry a fixed blade as an EDC, but if you can, and you can find one, this is the right choice. Now, how did I get mine? Well, this was a wedding gift from my wonderful wife. You may know her as Women Carry Knives. The day of our wedding, I received a present. My best man, in fact, walked over and brought it to me, and I opened it. This is what was in there. She is an amazing human being, and this is an astonishing knife. So what is it? Well, it's S35VN. It is gray or green canvas micarta, depending on what light it's in. It is, of course, one giant slab of S35VN that has been ground down to that Chris Reeve wonderful hollow grind. I've had a couple of Chris Reeve knives, and I've never kept them except this one. This is my go-to when I'm camping or when I'm out in the woods. I have other larger fixed blades, of course, that I carry with me as well, and some folders. But as a just everyday knife, the Nyala here is just about perfect. Let's do some size comparisons. I'm not sure if that's something Dirk does a lot of. I think it is, but we're going to do it anyway. But my stuff is a little more budgety. So here it is against the large, or the Rat Model 1, but is the large Rat. And as you can see, these things cut a very similar size. Right? In fact, this is just about, again, it's really just about the perfect size knife. I really wish very much that they made a folder that had a blade this large. Now, the standard Chris Reeve stuff, the Insingo and the fucking can't remember. Well, what is going on, YouTube? I am not Dirk Warning. No, in fact, I am A Therapeutic Edge. Dirk's a friend of mine, and he has managed to go away on vacation, something I am very, very jealous of. But in the meantime, he has asked me to put a couple of videos up on his channel. And I thought, well, what could I do? Well, the first thing I realized is that I wanted to share with you guys one of my all-time favorite fixed blades. This is the Chris Reeve Nyala, and it is just about the perfect small fixed blade. Now, some people, when they say small, they mean tiny, but I got big old hands. So this, well, first let's start with how we got it. This was a wedding gift from my amazing wife. You may know her as Women Carry Knives, and if you don't, you should check out her channel. On our wedding day, my best man arrived with a present from her, and while we were all going through our various stresses of that, before the wedding event, I opened up this box, And this is what was inside. And it is beautiful. Now we've been married for about 4 years, and this thing has been camping with me every single time. It has been everywhere I go, and it still looks brand new. I'm telling you, the folks at Chris Reeve make one hell of a knife. I've had a couple of the folders, and those have never really grabbed me the same way that this one has. Part of it is the size of the blade. The other part is the shape of the handle. It is perfect for around camp and for small task. In fact, this is generally speaking my favorite EDC-sized fixed blade as well. It comes with a very nice leather sheath. I didn't enjoy that, so I went out and I found myself one that is a combination of Kydex and leather. It allows for just a slightly better carry than the stock option that comes with it. Let's do some size comparisons so we know what we're talking about here. Now over on my channel, the size comparison tools that I use most are the two Presidios from Benchmade. Here is the Presidio 2 full size, and as you can see, it's a little bit longer through the handle than the Nyala here, but you get more cutting by just a little bit on the Nyala. Here's the mini Presidio 2. Of course, the Nyala is much bigger. Now, why am I comparing folding knives to a fixed blade? Well, it is an EDC size fixed blade. It is likely something you would carry every day. It's not, a massive tank of a fixed blade that you would only carry when you are outdoors. It's something that would suit you at camp, and it does, and also suit you around town, as, again, it does. For those of you that don't know the Presidio 2 here, it's the same basic dimensions as a bug out. I use it because it's the small knife that I prefer because of the size of the handle. Let's get some basic other dimensions out of the way, shall we? Move this down here where you can still see it. The blade itself is 3.5 inches of cutting on about 3.8 inches of S35 VN. The grip area, just from there, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you come all the way up here, it's a little over 4.5. Now, my hands are pretty big, so right to that line, 1, 2, 3, and just about 3/4, which is right at the edge of my grip size. See, I'm right to this peak, but it has room. You can move around on this knife very carefully, and very carefully. I know what I'm doing. Very comfortably. There's a spot for a lanyard, and in fact, it did come one. I don't generally lanyard. I don't like floppy things attached to my knives, but some people really enjoy them, and the Nyala here is perfect for that. Now, the unfortunate thing is that these are not being made anymore, at least at this time, but you can still find them on the secondary market, and you can find they have a couple of different blade shapes as well, if you're into that sort of thing. The overall knife, from end to end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just over 8.5 inches. It is a really nice, as I keep saying that because I want that to be, I'm going to stop stuttering now and just say what I want to. It's an excellently sized knife. More than enough blade and belly to do the cutting that you want, more than enough handle for any size hand, and yet overall it is not a beast. That is very nice. Let's go ahead and weigh it, and since that matters, if it's something you're going to be carrying. All right, magic scale, come on. Okay. Let's see if we can get that to do what it's supposed to. Look at that. The Nyala comes in at 5.7 ounces, and with the sheath that I have for it, about 9 ounces on the belt, which is not ultra light, but is more than light enough. Really, I carry this thing hiking, backpacking, camping. It has never let me down. One of the funny things about being a folding knife collector, is that I am constantly aware that no matter how good they are, and some of them are very, very good, really a fixed blade is probably a better tool for the job. Which is why I keep really good fixed blades around. If you're looking for an ideal fixed blade, not too big, not too small, really comfortable in hand without some weird aggressive shape to it. This doesn't look tactical. It doesn't look really frightening. You break this thing out at a picnic or at a campsite and the world is not going to freak out at you, as they will with some fixed blades and some folders, in fact. The Reeve Nyala is an ideal knife for all of those uses. I very much wish they were still readily available. They were not that expensive, even for Reeve. I think they were right around $300, which for a Reeve knife is very inexpensive. I very much hope they bring this back in some form or another. And that's where we're going to go ahead and leave it. Thank you so much for watching today. Dirk will be back in a week or so. You're going to get one more video from me at some point. I hope very much you have enjoyed this look at the Reeve Nyala. In the meantime, let's all send our jealous and sad thoughts out to Dirk because he is enjoying a beach somewhere and we aren't. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Dirk, we'll see you when you get home.